Have you ever wondered why some people seem to wake up full of energy with a sparkle in their eyes and ready to face the day, while others, even sleeping the same number of hours, feel exhausted, irritable, and age faster? The answer may be hidden in a silent mechanism that works like an invisible gear within us: the biological clock. This clock isn't on your bedroom wall, nor on the cell phone you carry in your pocket. It's inside your body, regulating when you feel sleepy, hungry, energetic, focused, when your metabolism burns energy, or when your brain decides to shut down to repair itself. And here's the most surprising part. Recent studies indicate that small habits, like regularly consuming apple cider vinegar, can act as a kind of fine-tuning of this internal clock, bringing profound benefits to health, vitality, and even longevity. Before you turn up your nose and think this is an exaggeration, imagine this. Your body is like a living city, with millions of workers' cells that need to be synchronized for everything to function. If the traffic lights in this city are out of order, traffic gridlocks, chaos ensues, and services are down. Now, think of apple cider vinegar as a discreet but extremely powerful signaling device, capable of reorganizing part of this cellular traffic, helping to restore order to the body's functions. The science of circadian rhythm, which won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2017, shows that each organ in your body has its own clock. Your liver knows when to work harder to detoxify. Your brain understands the right time to consolidate memories. Your muscles know when they are strongest and ready for exercise. All of this depends on perfect synchrony with the planet's cycle of light and darkness. And here's what many doctors and even nutrition experts don't talk about. The way you eat and what you put in your body at certain times can completely disrupt or harmonize this system. Apple cider vinegar, produced by the natural fermentation of apples, is more than just an acidic substance you add to your salad. It contains acetic acid, polyphenols, enzymes, and minerals that directly interact with glucose metabolism, gut health, and even neurotransmitter production. And as we know, the gut microbiome is one of the secret masters that regulates our mood, energy, and sleep. In other words, by caring for your gut, apple cider vinegar is indirectly adjusting the hands of your biological clock that determine whether you'll have nights of deep restorative sleep or late nights of insomnia and chronic fatigue. But here's the detail that piques your curiosity. Most people never think of apple cider vinegar as a chrononutrition tool. This relatively new term describes how nutrients and foods affect the body depending on the time of day they reconsumed. Taking a spoonful of apple cider vinegar in the morning, for example, can activate mechanisms that reduce blood glucose spikes and provide more stable energy throughout the day. At night, when the body prepares to shut down, vinegar can help improve dinner digestion, stabilize the microbiome, and promote the production of sleep hormones. Think of it as a biological orchestra. The main conductor is sunlight, but what you eat and drink are like the instruments tuning in. And apple cider vinegar, surprisingly, can be one of the violins that make the melody sound harmonious. Without it, the body may function, but always with small noises, poor digestion, morning fatigue, lack of focus, premature aging. Now, why is this so important for those seeking longevity? Because longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living with energy, mental clarity, healthy skin, restorative sleep, and a metabolism that works in your favor. And all of these factors are directly influenced by the biological clock. Apple cider vinegar acts as a silent ally, a clock adjuster that can transform the way your cells perceive time. And here's the invitation. Stay with me until the end of this video, because you'll discover not only how apple cider vinegar works in your body, but also at what times of day it has surprising effects on sleep, energy, hormones, and even longevity. This is a journey where science, tradition, and practical application meet to reveal a secret that traditional nutrition books rarely explore. If you already consume apple cider vinegar, you'll be surprised by the correct way to maximize its results. And if you've never used it, perhaps you'll discover today a simple, inexpensive, and accessible habit that can change the way you age, how you sleep, and how you feel energized in your daily life. So, now like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content, and, most importantly, stay with me until the end, because each chapter will open a new window of knowledge that can transform your health. This is just the beginning. In the next dive, we'll understand where the idea that our body has an invisible clock came from, and how ancient people suspected this centuries before modern science proved it. When we think of metabolism, most people imagine simply burning calories or transforming food into energy. But what few know is that metabolism is one of the main markers of the circadian rhythm. It needs to be synchronized with a biological clock to function efficiently. And here's the surprising revelation: acetic acid, the main active component of apple cider vinegar, acts as a metabolic messenger, helping cells understand what time it is and how they should react. It's almost as if it were a chemical reminder telling your body it's time to use energy wisely. Imagine your cells as factories. In the morning, they ideally operate like accelerated production lines, burning fuel to generate energy. At night, they should slow down, focusing on repair and maintenance. However, with unbalanced diets, stress, and constant exposure to artificial light, many of these factories become confused, working at high speed when they should be resting, and slowing down when they should be active. The result: weight gain, fatigue, insulin resistance, and premature aging. This is where apple cider vinegar comes in. When taken before strategic meals, it slows down carbohydrate absorption and prevents sudden spikes in blood glucose. This stabilization serves as a signal to the metabolic clock: no need to panic. Energy is coming in steadily. This prevents the body from triggering excessive insulin spikes, preventing both fat accumulation and the famous energy crashes that leave you exhausted after eating. But most intriguingly, acetic acid appears to interact with clock genes, known as clock genes, present in almost every human cell. These genes are responsible for coordinating 24-hour cycles that affect everything from body temperature to digestive efficiency. Studies suggest that fermented substances, such as apple cider vinegar, can modulate the expression of these genes, acting as a fine-tuning of DNA itself in response to the environment. Another fascinating point is the link between apple cider vinegar and sensitivity to leptin, the hormone that regulates satiety. People with an imbalanced biological clock often experience nighttime hunger, carbohydrate cravings, and difficulty recognizing when they're full. By improving hormonal communication, vinegar helps restore the balance between time to eat and time to stop eating, reducing overeating and promoting habits more aligned with the body's natural cycle. This metabolic synchrony not only improves body weight, but also preserves mental and physical energy throughout the day. It's as if apple cider vinegar were a tuner, ensuring that each organ plays its part in the body's symphony without becoming out of tune. And here's the kicker: if a simple spoonful of apple cider vinegar taken mindfully can correct flaws in such complex mechanisms, how many of our modern problems, such as obesity, diabetes, insomnia, and chronic fatigue, could be linked to a poorly regulated internal clock? In the next dive, we reveal how this connection goes beyond metabolism and directly impacts the way your brain perceives time and organizes your mental functions, paving the way for greater focus, clarity, and vitality. Now that we understand how apple cider vinegar interacts with metabolism and even with the clock genes present in our cells, it is time to explore one of the most intriguing aspects of this relationship: its impact on the brain and how it perceives time. Often, when we talk about the biological clock, we think only of sleep. But the truth is that the brain is a master of time, regulating not only when we should sleep and wake up, but also our mental clarity, mood, memory, and even motivation to act. In other words, there is also a mental clock, and it is profoundly influenced by chemical signals from digestion and metabolism. Recent neuroscience research shows that blood glucose fluctuations, silent inflammation, and imbalances in the gut microbiome can disrupt brain rhythms. This explains why so many people experience memory lapses, mental fatigue, and difficulty of concentration, even without realizing that these symptoms are connected to what they eat and when they eat it. It's as if the brain is constantly trying to adjust the dial, but receiving contradictory signals. This is where one of apple cider vinegar's most fascinating roles comes in. It acts as a mediator between the gut and the brain by regulating glucose absorption, reducing inflammatory processes, and stimulating beneficial bacteria. Vinegar sends clearer chemical messages to the central nervous system. This translates into a more coherent mental rhythm, in which energy spikes and attention dips give way to more predictable consistency. Another little discussed aspect is apple cider vinegar's influence on neurotransmitters. The intestinal balance promoted by acetic acid is directly related to the production of serotonin, the so-called happiness hormone, and dopamine, linked to motivation and focus. When the biological clock is adjusted and the microbiome responds healthily, the brain functions almost like a Swiss watch, with precision, clarity, and harmony. Imagine a student trying to prepare for a test, or a professional who needs to make important decisions throughout the day. If the body suffers from sugar spikes, the brain alternates between moments of euphoria and exhaustion, impairing productivity. But if these same spikes are mitigated, as happens with the strategic consumption of apple cider vinegar, mental energy becomes more stable. The practical result: improved memorization capacity, sustained focus, and a reduced feeling of overwhelm. And there is more. Chronobiology studies suggest that acetic acid can help modulate the release of cortisol, the stress hormone. Excess cortisol, especially at inappropriate times, such as at night, completely disrupts the brain clock, generating anxiety, insomnia, and even depressive symptoms. Apple cider vinegar, by helping to regulate metabolism and the gut-brain axis, helps cortisol release more synchronizedly, promoting calm at night and alertness in the morning. This connection between apple cider vinegar and mental time is a field still largely unexplored, but extremely promising. We're not just talking about healthy aging or digestion, but something deeper: the ability to experience life at its natural rhythm, without mental rush, without sudden mood swings, and without the fatigue that robs us of clarity. In other words, a spoonful of apple cider vinegar can not only support digestion and metabolism, but also help adjust the invisible clock that controls the rhythm of our thoughts and emotions. The health of the human body goes far beyond external appearance or perceived energy throughout the day. Each organ, tissue, and cell follows its own biological rhythm, known as the cellular clock, which determines when they should regenerate, produce energy, or eliminate toxins. When these rhythms are dysregulated, the body suffers from chronic fatigue, silent inflammation, and increased susceptibility to disease. This is where apple cider vinegar can play a surprising and underexplored role. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, polyphenols, and bioactive enzymes, which help regulate glucose absorption and stabilize blood sugar levels. This creates a more predictable internal environment, allowing cells to adjust their metabolic processes in a coordinated manner. Imagine each cell as a worker in a factory. Without clear instructions and constant interruptions, work becomes inefficient. Apple cider vinegar acts as a supervisor, synchronizing tasks and ensuring that production occurs in an organized manner. Furthermore, vinegar directly influences the gut microbiota, which is crucial for the body's resilience. A balanced gut produces short-chain fatty acids, neurotransmitters, and anti-inflammatory signals that reach distant organs such as the liver, brain, and heart. This constant communication helps the body better cope with physical and emotional stress, increasing recovery after exercise, long periods of mental work, or acute stress. Another important aspect is the stimulation of autophagy, the natural process of cellular recycling. During autophagy, damaged or dysfunctional cells are degraded and reused, promoting regeneration and long-term health maintenance. Studies suggest that regular apple cider vinegar intake, combined with healthy lifestyle habits such as consistent sleep and a balanced diet, can increase the efficiency of this process, delaying signs of aging and preventing age-related diseases. Vinegar also has an indirect antioxidant effect. Its polyphenols neutralize free radicals that damage DNA and cell membranes, protecting vital tissues. This cumulative effect helps preserve cellular function and contributes to a more youthful appearance and sustained energy throughout the day. Now imagine someone facing long workdays or intense workouts. The body needs energy, but also a rapid recovery capacity. By controlling glucose spikes, reducing inflammation, and supporting intestinal function, apple cider vinegar allows stress hormones, such as cortisol, to be released more evenly. The result is more efficient recovery, less fatigue, and better energy for subsequent tasks. Furthermore, vinegar helps balance lipid metabolism and blood circulation, crucial factors for cardiovascular resilience. By improving insulin sensitivity, it reduces the risk of vascular inflammation and maintains stable energy levels, which directly impacts longevity and the prevention of chronic diseases. Incorporating apple cider vinegar into your daily routine is simple and practical. A tablespoon diluted in water, preferably before meals, can help align metabolism, microbiome, and hormonal signals. Small, consistent changes like these produce significant effects over time, creating a more resilient body and a more synchronized cellular clock. The key point of this chapter is that it's not just about digestion or mental energy, but about naturally reprogramming the internal clock of billions of cells. This promotes health, stress resistance, healthy aging, and a body capable of recovering more efficiently. The bodily resilience provided by apple cider vinegar demonstrates how something so simple and natural can become a strategic ally for longevity, sustainable performance, and overall well-being. By taking care of your cellular rhythm, you not only live longer, but live better. Preventing chronic disease and maintaining internal balance. The human body is a symphony of chemical and hormonal signals. Every gland, cell, and tissue works in harmony, releasing hormones at the right time to control hunger, energy, mood, growth, and cellular regeneration. When this balance is disrupted, problems such as chronic fatigue, mood swings, weight gain, and an increased risk of metabolic and cardiovascular diseases arise. This is where apple cider vinegar can become a unique, nuanced, and strategic ally. The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar doesn't just affect digestion, it directly influences the secretion of essential hormones such as insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. Insulin is responsible for controlling blood sugar and proper energy storage. Studies show that small doses of apple cider vinegar before meals help reduce glucose spikes by improving insulin sensitivity. This effect creates a more stable hormonal base, preventing pancreatic overload and reducing the risk of insulin resistance, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Another hormone impacted is ghrelin, known as the hunger hormone. A balanced gut and stable glucose levels signal the brain when it's time to eat, preventing overeating. By supporting the gut microbiota, apple cider vinegar helps regulate ghrelin, promoting more efficient satiety and reducing binge-eating episodes. This, in turn, has a direct effect on weight maintenance and metabolic health over time. Leptin, the hormone that signals satiety to the brain, also benefits from a healthy gut and controlled glucose levels. By improving digestion and balancing the microbiota, apple cider vinegar contributes to more efficient hormonal communication between the gut and brain, creating sustainable energy cycles and preventing silent inflammation that affects vital organs. Furthermore, apple cider vinegar helps control cortisol, a stress hormone. Chronically high levels of cortisol can lead to inflammation, muscle loss, and difficulty recovering energy after physical or mental exertion. Small doses of vinegar, by reducing blood sugar spikes and supporting digestion and the microbiome, help modulate cortisol release, promoting a sense of calm, focus, and a greater ability to cope with daily stress. Another crucial aspect is hormonal regulation associated with liver function. The liver is one of the organs most sensitive to hormonal and metabolic imbalances, as it is responsible for metabolizing hormones and toxins. Apple cider vinegar acts as gentle liver support, stimulating natural detoxification processes and eliminating metabolic waste that could interfere with hormonal balance. The impact on the thyroid and sex hormones is also noteworthy. While it is not a substitute for medical care, improving digestion and absorption can be beneficial. The absorption of essential minerals and vitamins can potentially support the healthy production of hormones such as T3, T4, estrogen, and testosterone, maintaining energy, libido, and overall well-being. Imagine a body functioning with aligned hormones, stable glucose levels, a balanced microbiome, and synchronized hunger and satiety signals. This not only helps prevent chronic diseases, but also promotes vitality, longevity, and healthy aging. Small daily doses of apple cider vinegar, combined with consistent sleep, eating, and physical activity habits, generate cumulative effects that affect hormonal, mental, and physical health. The key point of this chapter is that apple cider vinegar is not just a digestive supplement or a weight loss ally. It works on a deep level, modulating essential hormones, supporting metabolism, preventing silent inflammation, and creating a bodily environment conducive to longevity and vitality. The message is clear. Incorporating apple cider vinegar into your routine is a natural, affordable, and scientifically based way to synchronize hormones, prevent disease, and ensure your body functions optimally, today and for years to come. Apple cider vinegar, cellular regeneration, and antioxidants. Slowing aging from the inside out. Aging is a natural process, but it doesn't always have to mean a loss of vitality, energy, or beauty. Scientists and longevity experts emphasize that how we care for our bodies can significantly influence how quickly our cells deteriorate. This is where apple cider vinegar emerges as a key ally, acting at a cellular and biochemical level often overlooked by most people. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, polyphenols, and minerals that, when consumed regularly, promote an internal environment that favors cellular regeneration. Every cell in the human body undergoes continuous wear and renewal processes. When the body is overloaded with toxins, inflammation, or metabolic imbalances, cellular regeneration is compromised, resulting in signs of premature aging, fatigue, and increased susceptibility to chronic diseases. One of the most important mechanisms is related to antioxidant action. The polyphenols in apple cider vinegar fight free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cell membranes, proteins, and DNA. This action protects the body against oxidative stress, considered one of the main factors in premature aging and the onset of degenerative diseases. By neutralizing free radicals, apple cider vinegar helps preserve cellular integrity, slowing natural wear and promoting lasting vitality. Another key point is the influence of vinegar on body pH and cellular metabolism. Although the human body naturally maintains blood pH at optimal levels, modern diets and oxidative stress can generate small acidifications that affect cellular function. Daily consumption of diluted apple cider vinegar helps maintain a slightly alkaline environment, promoting regeneration and efficient enzyme activity. This balance benefits not only skin, hair, and nail cells, but also internal organs, promoting healthier systemic aging. Cell regeneration also depends on nutrition and adequate absorption of minerals and vitamins. Apple cider vinegar improves digestion and the absorption of essential nutrients such as magnesium, potassium, calcium, and B vitamins. These micronutrients are cofactors in biochemical reactions vital for collagen synthesis, tissue repair, energy production, and brain function. A properly nourished body can repair cellular damage more efficiently, maintaining youthfulness and resistance to disease. Additionally, apple cider vinegar helps stimulate the natural detoxification process. The liver, the primary detoxifying organ, functions best when there is adequate digestive support and a balanced microbiome, both of which benefit from regular vinegar consumption. This means that toxins that could damage cells are processed and eliminated more effectively, reducing silent inflammation and protecting vital organs from oxidative stress. The impact on skin and hair is another highlight. Improved cell regeneration translates into greater skin elasticity, reduced fine lines, and the maintenance of natural hydration. In hair, adequate nutrition and cellular circulation promote hair growth, the strongest natural shine, and resistance to hair loss. Small, consistent habits, such as drinking diluted apple cider vinegar daily or incorporating it into foods and beverages, produced visible, cumulative effects over time. Apple cider vinegar also plays an important role in hormonal regulation, which directly influences aging. Hormones such as cortisol, insulin, and sex hormones impact regenerative processes and oxidative stress. By helping to balance glucose, reduce inflammatory spikes, and support the microbiome, vinegar contributes to maintaining a more youthful hormonal profile, reflected in energy, vitality, and a healthy appearance. An additional advantage is its cardiovascular and metabolic protective effect, which, although best known for preventing disease, also impacts longevity. Efficient circulation ensures that cells in all tissues receive optimal oxygen and nutrients, promoting continuous repair and regeneration. Maintaining healthy blood vessels reduces the risk of premature aging of vital organs and improves physical and mental performance over time. Finally, apple cider vinegar acts as a catalyst for healthy habits. Those who incorporate small doses daily tend to reflect on other aspects of their lifestyle: hydration, sleep, a balanced diet, and physical activity. The effect is cumulative: cellular support, efficient regeneration, antioxidant protection, and consistent habits form a virtuous cycle of health and longevity. This chapter reinforces the central message. Apple cider vinegar is not just a common condiment or supplement. It is a multifunctional agent that, when integrated into a balanced routine, directly contributes to cellular regeneration, protection against free radicals, maintenance of vital organs, healthy skin and hair, and delaying signs of aging. We live in a modern world where our bodies are constantly exposed to toxins, pollution, food additives, heavy metals, and oxidative stress. Proper detoxification is essential not only for immediate health, but also for prolonging vitality and delaying aging. Apple cider vinegar, when incorporated correctly into your daily routine, acts as a silent ally in this process, helping to cleanse, protect, and revitalize the body from the inside out. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, enzymes, polyphenols, and essential minerals that directly support liver function, one of the pillars of detoxification. The liver is responsible for filtering toxins, metabolizing chemicals, and supporting cellular regeneration. When this organ functions optimally, the body can eliminate waste more efficiently, preventing the accumulation of toxins that could damage cells and tissues. Studies indicate that regular consumption of apple cider vinegar can stimulate liver enzyme activity, enhancing the body's natural cleansing. Another crucial aspect is gut health. The microbiome plays a central role in the elimination of metabolic waste and the absorption of nutrients. Apple cider vinegar, by balancing beneficial bacteria and reducing pathogenic microorganisms, promotes a more efficient gut, capable of effectively processing food and eliminating toxic substances. Imagine the body as a city. The liver is the waste treatment plant, and the intestine is the collection and transportation network. When both function harmoniously, the transit of toxins is rapid and organized, avoiding congestion that is harmful to health. Hydration is also enhanced by apple cider vinegar. By diluting it in water, it not only facilitates daily intake, but also promotes better mineral absorption and supports acid-base balance. This helps cells stay hydrated, with more permeable membranes that are efficient in exchanging nutrients and eliminating waste. A well-hydrated cell is a younger cell, with a greater capacity for regeneration and resistance to oxidative stress. Additionally, apple cider vinegar helps eliminate toxins accumulated in fat and tissues. Substances such as heavy metals, excess oxidized cholesterol, and metabolic byproducts can build up in organs and tissues over time, impairing cellular function. The combined action of acetic acid and polyphenols promotes metabolic processes that aid in the mobilization of these toxins, allowing them to be naturally eliminated by the liver, kidneys, and digestive system. Another little discussed benefit is apple cider vinegar's ability to reduce silent inflammation. One of the greatest enemies of longevity, chronic inflammation, even at low levels, contributes to premature skin aging, joint wear, hormonal changes, and toxin accumulation. Vinegar acts on multiple levels. It helps modulate the immune response, protects cells against oxidative stress, and improves intestinal function, creating an anti-inflammatory internal environment. To maximize its effects, it's essential to combine apple cider vinegar with consistent wellness habits. Small, daily actions such as adequate water intake, regular exercise, restful sleep, and a diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods amplify the detoxifying effects of vinegar. Think of it as a strategic tool. Alone, it brings benefits. Integrated into a healthy lifestyle, its effects become exponential. The practical use can be simple. Start the day with a glass of warm water with 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, or include it in smoothies, salads, and marinades. This approach keeps the body constantly exposed to the active compounds, creating a cumulative effect of cellular cleansing and revitalization. Small daily doses gradually transform the body's ability to detoxify and regenerate. The impact of advanced detoxification goes beyond the physical. When you notice improvements in energy, digestion, skin, and hair, there is a motivational effect that reinforces healthy and consistent habits. The mind becomes clearer, focus increases, and the willingness to make more balanced lifestyle choices grows, creating a virtuous cycle of well-being and longevity. Therefore, integrating apple cider vinegar into your daily routine is more than just a dietary habit. It is a strategy to optimize detox, support vital organs, reduce inflammation, and accelerate cellular regeneration, building a solid foundation for healthy aging. With consistency and small daily actions, the cumulative results can transform not only your appearance but also your vitality and overall longevity. Apple cider vinegar for skin and hair, protection, regeneration, and prevention of visible aging. When we talk about longevity and health, we can't ignore the health of our skin and hair, the greatest visible indicators of aging and vitality. The skin is the largest organ in the human body, responsible for protection, thermoregulation, and vitamin D synthesis. Hair, on the other hand, reflects our nutritional, hormonal, and metabolic status. Apple cider vinegar emerges as a powerful ally in this context, acting both in preventing aging and in cellular regeneration and maintaining natural beauty. Raw, organic apple cider vinegar contains enzymes, amino acids, organic acids, and polyphenols that promote a significant antioxidant effect. These compounds fight free radicals, unstable molecules responsible for cellular damage and premature skin aging. Cellular oxidation causes loss of elasticity, the appearance of wrinkles, blemishes, and sagging. By consuming apple cider vinegar regularly, combined with a balanced diet, you create an internal environment that protects skin and scalp cells, promoting cell renewal and maintaining the structural integrity of the skin. Think of the skin as a protective roof. If the building material is weakened, any external impact, pollution, UV rays, stress will have a more aggressive effect. Apple cider vinegar acts as a supplier of quality raw materials, strengthening this roof and helping to repair damage accumulated over time. Besides internal consumption, apple cider vinegar can also be used topically. Properly diluted in water, typically 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water, can act as a facial toner, helping to balance the skin's pH, reduce inflammation, and control oiliness. Healthy skin has a slightly acidic pH, which serves as a natural barrier against bacteria and fungi. Regular use, combined with hydration and sun protection, can reduce the appearance of acne, irritation, and even early signs of aging. For hair, apple cider vinegar acts as a natural clarifier, removing residue from chemicals and pollution accumulated in the strands and scalp. This gentle cleansing helps rest a natural shine, prevent hair loss, and strengthen follicles. The acetic acid in vinegar seals hair cuticles, reducing frizz and promoting a healthier, silkier appearance. Trichology studies indicate that maintaining a proper scalp pH promotes hair follicle health and improves local circulation, which can impact hair density and strength in the long term. But the effects of apple cider vinegar go far beyond aesthetics. Skin and hair health reflect internal balance, a healthy gut microbiome, glucose control, reduced systemic inflammation, and detoxification of the body. When you incorporate apple cider vinegar into your daily routine, you're not only improving your appearance, but also promoting cellular resilience, preventing age-related diseases, and improving overall vitality. It's important to remember that, as with any beauty practice or natural supplement, consistency and moderation are key. Excessive use can cause skin irritation or digestive discomfort, and each person should adjust the dosage to their metabolism and individual needs. Combining apple cider vinegar with healthy habits, hydration, a balanced diet, exercise, and adequate sleep enhances its effects, creating a cycle of beauty and longevity that works from the inside out. To make this practice more enjoyable, you can create personalized routines. Daily facial toner. Dilute the vinegar in water and apply with a cotton ball after cleansing, followed by a natural moisturizer. Weekly hair rinse. After washing, dilute apple cider vinegar in water and gently apply to the hair and scalp, leaving it on for a few minutes before rinsing. Internal supplementation. Consume 1 to 2 tablespoons diluted in water or natural juices, preferably before meals, to enhance digestion and nutrient absorption. By adopting these practices, you're not only improving your appearance, but also investing in your long-term health, preventing signs of premature aging, strengthening your body, and encouraging a conscious self-care routine. This holistic approach integrates body, mind, and beauty, demonstrating that longevity isn't just about years of life, but also about quality of life and a healthy appearance. Start including apple cider vinegar in your routine today, noticing small changes in your skin, hair, and energy, and allowing your body to reflect the health and vitality you cultivate internally. Internal detox and beauty from the inside out. When we talk about beauty and longevity, many people still focus only on cosmetic products, creams, or supplements in isolation, failing to realize that true transformation begins from the inside out. The human body is a complex network of interconnected systems, where digestive health, hormonal balance, blood circulation, and liver function directly influence the quality of skin, hair, and nails. Apple cider vinegar, with its rich composition of acetic acid, enzymes, polyphenols, and minerals, acts as a natural ally in the detoxification process. It aids proper digestion, improves the absorption of essential nutrients, and promotes the elimination of accumulated toxins in the body. Imagine the body as a city. The liver is the waste treatment plant. The intestine is the main thoroughfare through which everything circulates, and apple cider vinegar acts as an efficient maintenance service, clearing obstructions, balancing pH, and keeping metabolic processes flowing smoothly. The detox effect of apple cider vinegar manifests itself on different levels. Intestinal acetic acid promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria, strengthening the intestinal microbiota, reducing inflammation, and preventing the accumulation of toxins that can harm the skin and cause fluid retention. A healthy gut is crucial for preventing acne, skin inflammation, and skin sensitivity. Hepatic, the liver, responsible for metabolizing substances and eliminating waste, benefits from apple cider vinegar, which stimulates bile secretion and improves fat processing. This translates into clearer skin, shinier hair, and reduced bloating. Systemic, by regulating blood sugar and energy metabolism, apple cider vinegar contributes to more stable blood sugar levels, preventing insulin spikes that can accelerate cellular aging and generate inflammation. But detox isn't just biochemical light, also involves daily habits that promote longevity. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is effective when combined with practices such as constant hydration. Water helps transport nutrients, eliminate toxins, and maintain skin elasticity. Balanced diet, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, combined with vinegar, enhance the absorption of minerals and vitamins. Regular exercise, moving the body, increases circulation and oxygenation, and facilitates the elimination of toxins through sweat. Quality sleep. During sleep, the body performs cellular repairs, and an effective detox maximizes these processes. Apple cider vinegar can also be incorporated in creative and tasty ways, making the habit pleasurable and sustainable. Add to salads and vegetables to enhance nutrient absorption. Blend it into green smoothies to balance pH and improve digestion. Use it in water flavored with lemon and herbs for functional hydration. The power of apple cider vinegar lies precisely in its consistency and integration with a healthy lifestyle. It's not about immediate results or isolated miracles, but about an ongoing process of caring for the body and mind. The beauty it promotes is lasting because it stems from a solid foundation of health and well-being. Start incorporating apple cider vinegar into your detox, nutrition, and hydration routines today, and watch how your body, skin, and energy respond naturally and progressively. Each small daily habit contributes to a lasting transformation, reflecting health, beauty, and longevity. Longevity, harmony, and total transformation. By this point, you've already understood the richness of apple cider vinegar as an ally for health, beauty, and longevity. However, to truly reap all its benefits, it's essential to understand that longevity isn't just about living longer, but about living better, with quality, energy, vitality, and physical and mental balance. Every cell in our body responds to the habits we cultivate daily, and small, consistent actions, like regular apple cider vinegar use, can generate extraordinary cumulative results over time. Apple cider vinegar has a profound impact on several body systems that, together, determine how we age. Cardiovascular system. Acetic acid helps regulate blood pressure, improves circulation, and supports heart function, preventing overload and premature wear and tear on the vascular system. A healthy heart is the foundation for full longevity. Digestive system. A balanced gut ensures efficient nutrient absorption, maintains a healthy microbiota, and prevents chronic inflammation that accelerates aging. Hormonal balance. Apple cider vinegar helps regulate blood sugar and insulin levels, positively affecting hormones linked to metabolism, energy, and even mood, which are crucial for quality of life. Immune system. A detoxified body, with a strengthened microbiota and reduced inflammatory load, responds better to pathogens and environmental stressors, promoting physical and mental resilience. Beauty from the inside out. Firm skin, shiny hair, strong nails, and reduced signs of aging are reflections of a nourished, balanced, and functional body. In addition to its physiological benefits, apple cider vinegar also promotes psychological and behavioral transformations. By integrating consistent health habits, you begin to notice more energy throughout the day, mental clarity, and better focus on daily tasks. Motivation to maintain other healthy habits, such as exercise, a balanced diet, and restful sleep. A sense of well-being and control over your body and aging. The secret isn't in exaggeration or quick fixes, but in incorporating apple cider vinegar as part of a holistic and balanced routine. The magic happens in consistency. A daily sip diluted in water, combined with healthy meals, exercise, and adequate rest, generates a cumulative effect that naturally promotes health, beauty, and longevity. To make this process practical and sustainable, some strategies are essential. Morning routine. Start the day with warm water and apple cider vinegar to stimulate digestion, detoxify, and activate metabolism. Meal integration. Salads, sauces, marinades, and smoothies can be supplemented with apple cider vinegar, transforming your diet into a longevity ally. Functional hydration. Combine apple cider vinegar with water and herbs for a continuous detox and revitalizing effect. Monitoring conscious. Observe how your body reacts, what improvements you notice in your skin, energy, and digestion, adjusting quantities and timing as needed. Apple cider vinegar is a powerful catalyst, but it's your discipline and daily commitment that truly determine the results. By adopting this practice, you're investing in your quality of life, vitality, and longevity, creating a solid foundation for aging with health, balance, and beauty. Start integrating apple cider vinegar into your daily routine today, combining it with healthy and consistent habits. Each sip is a step toward more energy, lasting beauty, health, and years of quality life. Transform your routine, be inspired by your own evolution, and share this knowledge so more people discover the power of nature combined with science. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The best time to take care of yourself is now.